Hi crafters! If you are watching this video, it means that you share an interest in crafting alongside me, or perhaps you're specifically intrigued by working with cardboard. Either way, I'm truly thankful for that. And since you have an interest in crafting, I'm going to take you on a virtual shopping trip to equip yourself with essential crafting materials. Don't worry, we will try to keep the cost of our essential materials under $200. I understand that this might sound like a big number, but we are talking about a one-time cost for materials that will help you a great deal in your crafting journey. If you want to take your skills further, I will also make recommendations for additional tools that will elevate the cost a little, probably close to $240, $250, and that's it. That's all you will need to craft with me, except for a few special accessories here and there, like glitters, sparkles, vinyl cuts, special paint. The rest will come from your recycling bins, and it might come in handy closets if you've got one. I want to clarify that I'm not affiliated with any of the brands mentioned in this video. I've simply found these tools to be of superior quality and durability through my crafting experience. However, if you would like to support this channel, using the links provided in the description will allow me to earn a small commission from Amazon on any sales generated. Thank you in advance, that's greatly appreciated. And now, let's get started. The first item you will need is a cardboard cutter. I got mine from the brand Vloxo, and let me tell you, it's a game changer. I love it. And why do I love it as much? Well, for starters, it can tackle way more than just cardboard thanks to its 1/4-inch cutting capacity. It can cut thick fabric, it can cut carpet, leather, vinyl, and even flower branches if you need to. Obviously, it has the great advantage of being cordless, which is really great, so you can move freely, especially when you manipulate long planks of cardboard. You don't have to worry about dragging cords around or searching for outlets. Trust me, it's a luxury that you will want to have in your crafting arsenal. It also has a lithium battery that lasts for hours and can be recharged in a flash thanks to a USB-C cable that is supplied. Plus, it comes with a sleek, beautiful case that is perfect for keeping it out of reach if you got curious children running around like it's the case for me. Now, some crafters opt for cut-proof gloves when they manipulate this tool, but I personally go barehanded. If you are cautious, gloves can be a smart addition, especially when it's time to switch out the blade. Speaking of which, you might want to snag a few extras for when that time comes. To start it, it's very simple. You need to press both the trigger and the lockout switch at the same time. This makes it unlikely for anyone to start it accidentally. Another important feature is the self-sharpening capability of this product. Depending on how much you use it, you shouldn't have to swap out the blade for at least 8 months. It might be the priciest tool on my list, but it's also the most versatile and budget-friendly in the long run, so if you're serious about your cardboard craft, this one is a must-have. Our second essential tool is the X-Acto knife. I personally work with the X-Acto compression basic knife set. It comes in a nice case for safety. A quick word of caution, be mindful when extracting those X-Acto knives. Sometimes it's hard to remove them from the case, and I have had my fair share of accidental cuts while pulling them out, so handle them with care. This set comes with 3 knives for different precision needs, and it has a generous supply of 13 easy change blades. Now, to protect your table or your workspace, you will really need to have a cutting mat. I highly recommend going for an A2, which is this big. Moving on to our list, let's talk about the Mod Podge. Mine is a water-based glossy Mod Podge sealer. I know it's from a relatively pricey brand, but in my years of crafting, I haven't found a better sealer and finish glue than Mod Podge. Opt for a matte finish, it's versatile and it avoids the lustrous finish that glossy or satin options will give your projects. Even though it's water-based, it's wise to protect your hands when you manipulate this glue. I recommend opting for eco-friendly choices, either reusable silicone gloves or compostable disposable gloves. My friends, we are halfway through our essential crafting materials and your cart is looking at a little above $90. Remember that you don't have to grab everything at once, but these tools are long-term companions in your crafting journey. The other products that I want you to add to your cart or to your wish list include a puzzle saver glue kit that includes handy spreaders and brushes for our Mod Podge. I have selected 3 glue spreaders, 3 additional glue spreader sticks by the brand Laser Nurse. I selected those because their shapes are very useful and they are very basic, but for some reasons other suppliers create more extravagant shapes and they are not as convenient. Those are really basic, but they will do the job when we have to spread along lines or in curves or when we create wedges. They are perfect for that, which is why I recommend this brand as opposed to another. But if you find something looking like that, go for it. Those are relatively inexpensive. Optionally, check out the Silly Glue Pod and 3 Silly Micro Glue brushes for mess-free and precision work. They are here. I use them all the time for projects that demand the utmost accuracy. The way it works is that you have this little container. The top can be used as a pencil holder so that when you are done using whatever you have inside, glue or paint that you have applied to your surface, and if there is still some of the pencil that might drip, you put it inside this little cup and it's going to drip inside. It's super easy to wash because this is made of silicone. Nothing that you put inside is going to adhere to the sides. The brushes themselves are made of plastic and silicone, so same thing, it's super easy to clean. I highly recommend this little thing. I use mine all the time and it really allows me to keep my workspace pretty clean. Another essential tool that you will need is professional grade duct tape. I recommend that you select it in a brown color so that it's going to blend with the color of the cardboard. Make sure that it is sturdy because we are going to use it to create the skeleton of some of our projects, mainly when we work on pieces of furniture. I don't recommend using glue to create pieces of furniture. I know some crafters do, but I think it's a mistake because if you have a glue gun, you must have noticed that glue from the glue gun becomes breakable with time. It becomes like glass, and when it does, your piece of furniture or whatever you have created with it will collapse entirely. Instead, I use duct grade tape, which is really strong to create the base of my projects. Then I cover it with the craft adhesive tape, another essential tool that you have in my list. If you already have duct tape at home and it is not brown, it is not a problem because no matter what, we will cover it with craft tape. The craft tape will also be used to seal projects that don't require as much sturdiness, but we are going to use both the duct tape and the craft tape depending on what we are going to craft. An additional tool that I recommend you having is the Working Hands Cream. The cordless cutter cannot create rounded shapes, it will only be able to cut straight lines. So when we have to cut shapes or ornaments that have rounded shapes, we will use instead the X-Acto knife and you will need to apply force on these pieces of cardboard. That's why I recommend, but it's optional, getting Working Hands Cream because by the end of the day or by the end of the project, your hands will be kind of swollen and red. The same goes with gloves. They protect your hands, so you will be happy to have them, but you can only go for gloves that allow some flexibility, otherwise you won't be able to craft. You still need to be able to have a sense of what you are touching. Gloves that are too thick are not suitable for crafting. You need to be able to move your fingers. Heavy gloves will have your hands sweat. In some, go for a type that allows your fingers to move, that are flexible, but that are also compostable if you go for some that you are going to get rid of after each use. We will also need a glue gun. Mine is from the brand Gonova. It's a great brand as well, and the same as the Vloxo. It's really versatile. It's really great because it's cordless as well. If you have a glue gun that has a cable, you will be able to use it, but it's not going to be as convenient because you will need to be able to move around our long planks of cardboard. This one is great. It charges very fast. It also heats up very fast. To charge it, you will need to remove the battery pack from the glue gun itself. Once it's charged, you put it back together, just like that, and you're good to go. You just have to press on the power button and you are going to see 2 lights showing up. You will wait for them to turn blue, and once they are blue, that's when you can start working on your projects. You will see that the heating process is pretty fast. There you go, I have the 2 blue lights, which means that I'm ready to craft with it. As I mentioned previously, we will need a glue gun, but we won't use it for sturdy projects like pieces of furniture, because glue, in my opinion, is unsuitable for projects like that. It's not really safe. If you want to keep your pieces of furniture for a long time, then you really have to make them strong, sturdy, and glue only provides the illusion of sturdiness. Glue doesn't make the project as solid as if you are nailing into wood or anything else, no. Among the other tools that I recommend you buying if you do not already have them at home are a box cutter knife, a heavy-duty one, a ruler that is at least 12 inches long and is made of steel, a 1-gallon pot of school glue. I recommend the one that is sold on Amazon because it's relatively inexpensive, a pair of scissors that can cut through thick cardboard, and some brushes that have round and flat heads and that we will use for glue and paint application. So there you have it, craft crew, your ultimate guide for scoring essential materials for your next epic project. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for all the cardboard goodness coming your way. Now let the crafting adventures begin.